Good morning, Vinyl community. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Today, we're going to go over the leaked list of Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab 2021 releases. But before we do that, please remember, if you like my videos, hit the like and subscribe button. And if you smash that little bell notification, you'll be notified every single time I drop a video. So the first release on the list, doesn't mean it's going to be the first release that comes out. As we know at Mobile Fidelity, guys, these are just ones that are in production. So they're going to drop sometime in 2021, and I'm sure they're going to spread it out through the year. But the first one on the list is Jeff Beck, Truth. Now, this is a Jeff Beck album that is not an instrumental. It's where he plays with Rod Stewart. Rod Stewart is singing. Jimmy Page plays on this album. John Paul Jones plays on this album. Keith Moon plays on this album. Ronnie Wood plays on this album. This is like a all-star cast playing with Jeff Beck. Great album, and that's going to get the Mobile Fidelity treatment. The next one's going to be a one-step. For you guys that are not familiar with the one-step, just so you know, they instantly sell out, and some of them are going for, like the Santana is going for like $1,000, but the majority of them go for about double the price. This is where they use virgin vinyl. This has got vinyl that's not recycled. It's supposed to be the highest sound quality. And they eliminate, there's actually more than one step. There's videos you can watch on it. But they eliminate a lot of the steps of the production of the vinyl to give the most pure sound quality. And it is going to be Crosby, Stills, and Nash's first album. This is such a great album. I don't need to go into detail on this album. If you guys haven't heard this album, go run out and listen to it because it's a stone cold classic. But that's going to get the one-step treatment, which is really cool. Now, there are some other one-steps on here, and I'll point them out when we come across them. The next one is going to be Alan Parsons' project, Eye in the Sky. This one had a big hit on it. I can never pronounce it. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Cirrus, hopefully that is. But if you go play that song, you'll instantly know what it is. And that one is going to see a standard release, not a one-step. The next one on the one-step is going to be this album, Muddy Waters Folk Singer. This is the Analog Productions version of this album, and that sounds fabulous. So I can only imagine what the one-step is going to sound like. That's another one, guys. If you have not heard it, go check it out. Go download it today. Go listen to it on Spotify. It'll blow your mind. The next one is also one-step, and that is going to be Paul Simon, Still Crazy After All These Years. Another one that's a great album. It seems like Paul Simon gets a lot of the Mobile Fidelity treatment. There's certain artists that tend to get the Mobile Fidelity treatment. So what I'm really hoping for is that one day we see a Paul Simon Graceland one step. That would be incredible. But we're going to get So Crazy After All These Years one step. Then we're going to get, and this is probably going to be one of the most popular one steps, Eric Clapton Unplugged. So Eric Clapton in the mid-90s lost his son. His son had an accident falling off a balcony, and he wrote this amazing song, Tears in Heaven, which is just a heartbreaking song. And that song was released on the Rush soundtrack. But shortly after that, he did an Unplugged, and he had major hits on this Unplugged. He did an acoustic version of Layla, but most of all, that song, Tears in Heaven, I think it won him a Grammy. It's a heartbreaking performance. When you see someone, I can't imagine what he was going through. And that performance just, it kills. It's just an amazing, it sounds amazing. It's got a lot of emotion behind it. It's just unbelievable. So yeah, go check that out. One step coming in 2021. Next one is going to be a standard release, not a one step. And that's going to be, David Crosby, If I Could Only Remember My Name. That one had the big song on it, Laughing. That's a pretty good song. If you've never heard it, go check it out. The next one is going to be Blood, Sweat, and Tears. They're self-titled. This album, most people probably heard this album at some point in their life or own this album. It's got the great song Spinning Wheel. That's a classic. Everybody's probably heard that at some point. It's in movies. It's on the radio. It's a great song. And that's the Blood, Sweat, and Tears is a one step also. The next one is going to be Harry Nilsson, son of Schmielsen. And this one here had the song Spaceman on it. My father used to listen to a lot of these albums, so they bring back memories. And that one is just going to be a standard release, not a one-step, just so you know. The next two are the final two. They're not one-steps. You're going to get Mark Knopfler, Local Hero. This was a soundtrack that he did. It was around 1983. I think I listened to it once back in the day. Yeah, you know, the Dire Straits catalog all got released on Mobile Fidelity, and now they're kind of tackling the Mark Knopfler solo stuff. You know, it's funny how that happens with certain artists with Mobile Fidelity. You know, they just release entire catalogs, but other artists, you know, they go into print once and then we never see it again. But if you are a fan of that soundtrack, you'll be able to get it on Mobile Fidelity. And then lastly, the Young Rascals' Groovin'. Man, that song Groovin'. It's just amazing, right? I mean, that song puts me in such a good mood. This is going to be a mono release, which is really cool. And once again, that's a standard Mobile Fidelity release. It's not like a one step. So pretty cool. I do think we're probably going to see some other releases. I know that we're all waiting on the one step Stevie Ray Vaughan. Should be coming out before Christmas. I've pre-ordered my Run DMC Raising Hell, which is already sold out. Mobile Fidelity, which will be interesting. You know, last year they did some interesting releases with like the Twisted Sister and Run DMC. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some interesting things creep up here and there with Mobile Fidelity. But all right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed my video. I'll come back again tomorrow with another video. Peace, rock out. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you.